So it's the middle of the year. Some of you are reflecting on what you've achieved and feeling great about yourself, patting yourself on the back, celebrating and planning for the remaining 6 months. But if you're like most people, you're probably wondering where the year went by. You're probably wondering why you didn't achieve all the things you decided you would in January. Maybe it was the body, maybe it was the side hustle, maybe it was the business, maybe it was the relationship, or maybe it's a relationship with yourself that you had wanted to start respecting yourself more, eating healthier foods, thinking healthier thoughts, and now half the year is gone and you have nothing to show for it. And so in today's video, I'm going to share with you a process that will allow you to not only change the trajectory of your year, but accomplish more in the second half of the year than you would have in the entire year. If you're interested, let's get into it. Hey guys, my name's Yahya, founder and creator of Record Breaker, where I help you shatter past your highest revenue record months in the shortest amount of time. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you a process that I use not just for myself, but with my clients to assess business, to assess personal goals, to assess family goals, relationship goals, health goals, fitness goals, all goals that they decided they wanted but never could achieve. So the first thing you want to do is write down a list of all the things you wanted to achieve when you started out in January. And if you didn't make a list of things you wanted to achieve, then just write down what you would have liked to happen. Against that, write down all the things that did happen. Now, there's no judgment, so there's no need to feel good or feel bad about things. There's no need to blame. There's no need to look at anything like that. This is a factual, logical exercise that you're doing in terms of your planning and then your execution. So it gives you visibility on how good you are at executing what you set your mind to. So for example, one of your goals was lose 10 pounds and another one of your goals was make $10,000. And now 6 months later, maybe you've lost 10 pounds, maybe you've lost 15, but in the money, maybe you've made $2,000 or $5,000 financially. So you've done well physically, you overachieved your physical goal, and you've underachieved your financial goal. The next thing you want to do is look at the things that you didn't achieve and write down why you didn't achieve these things. And then look at the things you did achieve and write down why or how you were able to achieve them. So taking the same example, you were able to achieve your physical goals because maybe you changed your sleep, maybe you changed your nutrition. You weren't able to meet your financial goals because maybe you weren't able to take out the time it required to work on your side hustle and to work on setting up your own business. And so write down the reasons very transparently, very openly, and very objectively, because this is what you're going to use to achieve. In the next step, you want to write down what the next 6 months should look like, what you would like to achieve in the next 6 months. Now, your instinctive reaction might be to just repeat what you couldn't achieve in the first half and be like, this is what I want to achieve in the second half. But think about it clearly. Be realistic, be objective. Write down the things you actually want to achieve, and more importantly, write down why you want to achieve them. Because throughout the year, every time it gets hard, every time it gets difficult, every time you struggle, you're going to want to remember why you set out to achieve this goal in the first place. So let's say you want to lose weight. Why? Because I want to look good. That's not a deep enough why. Looking good may help some people, but for most people, it's a very superficial goal. And that's why you realize the people who set out to lose weight for cosmetic reasons versus the people who set out to lose weight for health reasons, the people who set out for health reasons always succeed because the depth of the why is far greater than surface level aesthetics. So write down your why for all the things you want to achieve in the next half of the year. Keep in mind that these should be things that are in your direct sphere of influence, things that you can control. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to take that list and you want to prioritize it. You want to put it in sequential order with the most important non-negotiable top priority goal taking first place. No matter what happens, you are going to achieve this. And then the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. Because more often than not, we give ourselves too many goals with lack of prioritization. And so we're struggling to reach each and every goal, and we actually miss out on all of them. The next step is where it gets fun. Now you want to write down who you need to be, what you have to do to be able to achieve these goals. Because it's a lot of fun writing amazing things that you want to achieve, but the real trick is putting down the tactics that you're going to use to achieve them. So let's say you want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. For that, you need to set an alarm to stop working at 6 p.m. And so that's how you want to break down your goals into small, actionable, tactical items. More importantly, you also want to write down who is the person you're going to have to be to achieve these goals. So if you're someone who's working a 9 to 5 and you're dead set on starting your own business, you're going to have to be the sort of person who burns the midnight oil, puts in those extra 2-3 hours every single day working on their business as a top priority. This is the person who sees himself, envisions himself in the future as an entrepreneur. They no longer identify identify, or they need to identify, with a 9-to-5er title, but instead are seeing themselves in the future as someone who's self-sufficient and runs their own show. So this is more of an identity switch versus, oh, I wish I could have this, right? Similarly, if you want to lose weight, you're going to have to be the person who doesn't give in to temptations. You're going to have to be the person who doesn't use food for comfort. You're going to have to be that person, and it's important for you to know who you need to be, because a lot of people, 99% of people, know what to do. They know all the tactical steps, but they're not willing to be the person that they need to be to hit that goal. And so it's very important for you to decide right now, do you want to be that person? Do you have what it takes to be that person, or does it only look nice on paper, but it's not practically achievable for who you are in your journey right now? The next thing you want to do is create a contingency plan, a backup plan for what you're going to do when things don't work out. Because remember, James Clear said, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. So you want to habituate the tactical action items that you created in the earlier steps into who you are. And in order to habituate them, you need to plan for contingencies. You need to plan for unknown scenarios and situations that might arise. When I coach people on business, we create two targets. One is the operational target. One is the aspirational target. The operational target is the target they're going to hit no matter what. The aspirational target is the target they want to hit, that they aspire to hit. And so we plan everything for the aspirational target, and we hit the operational target by default. And part of the planning includes having backup. So if we don't make that additional $20,000 by the third week, we're going to implement this strategy that's going to bring us this amount of money. It's useful for business, it's useful for health, it's useful across the entire spectrum of things you want to achieve. So let's say you're a person who likes comfort food. You're going to have to plan as to what you're going to consume when you're feeling the urge to consume what you previously used to consume, which was not good for you. And the better you plan and execute, the easier it becomes to hit your goals on default, because we're not aiming to be super high star performers. We're aiming to raise our average, our default state, our habits to the level that they need to be, so that we hit our goals with our hands tied behind our back. And then the last step is to map it out in a chronological order. You want to map out what you're going to do in July, August, September, October, November, December. And if you want a secret hack that I use, plan till November. Don't plan for December. You want to keep a whole month that you can catch up to if in case things go south, problems happen, unpredictable things happen. So we do this in business as well. We close our sales books in the third week of the month. So whatever happens in the fourth week is a bonus that stacks to the next month. So why do we do this? Well, what it does is that it creates zero pressure when you start the new month. You've started the new month and you've already had a bunch of sales happen from the prior month that are counted in this month, and you operate much smoother. Boys and girls, best of luck in achieving your goals. I hope you found this video useful. Leave a comment down below and let me know which goal you plan to hit, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.